Welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking a journey into the heart of our emotions and how understanding them can transform every relationship in your life. Imagine if every interaction, every conversation could be filled with genuine connection, empathy, and trust. That's the power of emotional intelligence. It's not just a fancy term, it's a way to build confidence, enhance relationships, and ultimately live a happier life. Emotional intelligence, or EI, is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and to recognize and influence the emotions of others. It's about being in tune with your feelings and using that awareness to guide your interactions. When you master EI, you learn to connect with people on a deeper level, and that connection is the cornerstone of healthy, fulfilling relationships. Let me tell you a story about Bridget. Like many of us, Bridget struggled with her emotions. She often felt overwhelmed during conflicts and found it hard to communicate effectively with her loved ones. In her daily life, stress would build up, and she'd snap at friends and family without even realizing it. Bridget was frustrated and at times felt completely alone. But one day, everything changed. After a particularly intense argument with a close friend, Bridget decided she needed to change. She began keeping a journal, noting down every feeling she experienced throughout the day. At first, she was surprised by the many emotions that flowed through her. But as the days passed, Bridget started to see patterns. She realized that her anger often spiked when she felt misunderstood or ignored. By writing down her emotions, Bridget discovered the triggers behind her reactions. She began to understand that her feelings were signals, guiding her to what needed attention. This simple act of self reflection was the first step in her journey to greater emotional intelligence. Next, Bridget embraced mindfulness. Every morning, she spent just a few minutes focusing on her breath, letting her thoughts drift away. This practice helped her stay present and calm during stressful moments. Imagine being able to hit a pause button when your emotions start to overwhelm you. That's what mindfulness did for Bridget. With her growing self awareness, Bridget learned to listen, not just to respond, but to truly hear what others were saying. When her friend shared feelings of hurt, Bridget didn't immediately jump in to defend herself. Instead, she listened, empathized, and validated her friend's emotions. This small shift made a huge difference. Over time, Bridget's relationships transformed. Conflicts became opportunities for understanding rather than fights. Her newfound ability to pause, reflect, and listen not only built her confidence but also deepened the bonds with those around her. Emotional intelligence isn't just about managing stress, it's about building a bridge between you and those you care about. When you understand your own emotions, you can empathize with others. And when you listen with genuine intent, you create a space where everyone feels valued. Now, let's meet John. John was known for his brilliant ideas at work, but he often felt isolated and misunderstood by his colleagues. His inability to express his emotions sometimes led to miscommunications and tension. Like Bridget, John decided to make a change. John attended a workshop on emotional intelligence where he learned about emotion labeling, the practice of naming the emotions you experience. When he felt anxious or upset, he would say to himself, "I'm feeling anxious right now." This simple act gave him the clarity he needed to understand his emotional state and respond calmly. John's journey wasn't without challenges. There were moments when old habits resurfaced and he felt the urge to react impulsively. But every time he paused to name his emotion, he reminded himself that he had the power to choose his response. This practice gradually built his confidence. Today, John is known not only for his ideas, but also for his empathetic leadership. His colleagues now see him as approachable and understanding, a true team player. Both Bridget and John found that by embracing emotional intelligence, they didn't just manage their emotions, they transformed their lives. And you can do it too. Let's break down some practical steps that will empower you to boost your own EI and build better relationships. Tip number one: practice self reflection. Every day, take a few minutes to think about your emotions. Write down what you feel and try to identify any triggers. This doesn't have to be complex. Simple notes like felt frustrated during the meeting can help you understand patterns in your behavior. This step is the foundation of building your emotional awareness. Tip number two: adopt mindfulness practices. Whether it's through meditation, deep breathing, or even a quiet walk in nature, mindfulness can help you remain present and calm. It's like giving yourself a mental reset. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and take a few deep breaths. Notice the sensation of the air filling your lungs. This simple act can transform a moment of stress into one of clarity. Tip number three: engage in empathetic listening. When talking with someone, truly listen. Put away distractions. Focus on the speaker's words and emotions. Ask questions like, how did that make you feel? This shows that you value their perspective. Over time, this practice will help you forge deeper, more trusting relationships. Tip number four: label your emotions. It might sound simple, but naming your feelings, be it sadness, joy, anger, or excitement, can help you understand them better. Instead of saying, I'm upset, try to be more specific. I'm feeling disappointed because my expectations weren't met. This clarity can reduce the intensity of your emotions and make it easier to manage them. And tip number five: seek feedback from trusted people. Sometimes we are too close to our own emotions to see things clearly. Ask a friend, family member, or colleague how they perceive your reactions in various situations. Their insights can be incredibly valuable in your growth journey. It might feel a bit vulnerable at first, but openness is the key to building stronger connections. Each of these tips is a quick win on your path to greater emotional intelligence. They may seem small, but when practiced consistently, they lead to profound changes. Remember, building emotional intelligence is like nurturing a garden. It takes patience, care, and daily attention. But soon enough, you'll see beautiful flowers, strong, meaningful relationships blooming all around you. As you work on these habits, you may face setbacks. That's normal. Even the most confident among us stumble sometimes. What's important is that you keep moving forward, learning from each experience. Celebrate the small victories, like a calm conversation where you listened deeply, or a moment when you successfully managed your emotions. Every step forward builds your confidence and transforms your relationships. Imagine waking up each day knowing that you have the tools to handle any emotional challenge that comes your way. With emotional intelligence, you're not just reacting to life, you're actively shaping it. You can build bridges where there were walls and create bonds where there was distance. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope you feel inspired to take those first steps toward embracing emotional intelligence. Whether you're mending a strained friendship or building new connections, remember that understanding your emotions is the key to unlocking your inner confidence and empowering your relationships. You have the power to transform your life, one emotion, one connection at a time. Now is the time to take action. Start small, be patient with yourself, and celebrate every moment of growth. Subscribe for more inspiring content. Share this video with someone who might need a little boost of confidence. And remember, you deserve a life filled with connection, understanding, and love.